hope you all are feeling well. And today we'll be taking the subject English for class 3rd standard. And the topic which we'll be discussing today is a lesson, that is how Tenali Rama became a jester. Okay children, so take out page number 39 in your English readers. And first of all, who was this Tenali Rama? Okay, Tenali Rama, he was a person in Krishna Deva Raya's court. Okay, a person who amuses the king is called a jester. The meaning of jester is a person who amuses the king, okay, and who is a person in the court who solves all the problems. Like you had Birbal in Akbar's court, isn't it? So he was just entertaining the people with his verbal answers. Okay, and here also Tenali Rama, he became a jester in the court of King Krishna Deva Raya. Okay children, so in this lesson we will come to know how did Tenali Rama became a jester. Jester is a person who amuses in the king's court, okay, who entertains the people. Okay, now we have a pre-reading activities on page number 39. We will see what it is. Ask the following riddle slowly. There are 20 crows on a tree, all but 9 fly away. How many are there on the tree? Stories of Tenali Ramakrishna, Akbar and Birbal can be narrated. There are stories of Tenali Rama in Kannada, Tamil and Telugu. Scores of stories are told about him all over South India. Children's book, comics and even a television serial have been made around this legendary jester. Instead of or along with the riddle given above, other riddles can be asked during the warm-up activity to make the students think about the language used therein. Narrate or read the story and let the students write the appropriate sentence below the pictures in the textbook. Okay, so Tenali Rama and Birbal, they were giving some like funny answers for all the questions which were asked. Okay, the funny answers also, but there was a moral inside that answers. Okay children, now we will see what was this story about. So before going to the story, they have given you a very short story about the story of the wise minister. Okay, so he was like a minister also in the court of the king Krishna Deva Raya. Okay, so he was a very wise minister. That means he had very vast knowledge about all the things. Okay, he was a very wise person, a learned person, a more knowledgeable person. So now here, before beginning the lesson, they have given you a short story about the wise minister. There was once a king who had a wise minister. It was the habit of this minister to say, whatever happens, happens for the best. Okay, so what happens in the story? There was a king who had a very wise minister, a learned person, and always he had the habit of saying whatever happens for good. Okay, happens for the best. Once the king went with his minister hunting in the forest. His horse stumbled and the king fell down. He hurt his big toe on the right foot. The minister, on looking at this, said calmly, "Do not worry, my lord. Whatever happens, happens for the best." So what happened one day when the king was going in the forest for hunting with his minister? Suddenly the horse stumbled. Okay, he lost his path and he fell down. The king had fallen down. So after this, what happened? He hurt his toe. He hurt his right foot and the big toe. He got the hurt on his big toe on the right foot. Then what did the minister say? "My lord, whatever happens, happens for the good only. Happens for the best." The king, hurt from his fall, was angry at these words. So after hearing this, when somebody is hurt and you're telling that whatever has happened for the best, we will certainly get angry, isn't it? And so although the king also was angry with these words, he pushed the minister into the well. The king heard from his fall, was angry at these words. He looked around and saw an old and dried up well nearby. Okay, so what happened? He was very angry with these words. Soon he pushed the minister into the well and walked on. So there was a well in the forest filled with dried leaves. Okay, so he pushed the minister into the well of the dried leaves and he moved forward. Soon a group of cannibals saw the king and shouted with joy. So what happened? After some time, the group of cannibals. What do you mean by cannibals, children? The people who eat human flesh are called cannibals. Okay. Cannibals means a group of people who eat human flesh. These people are called cannibals. And in Kannada it is called Narabhakshakaru. What it is called? Narabhakshakaru. So these people, they came there, and what happened? They shouted with joy. They carried him to their chief. They saw this king. They were very happy because they had got their lunch or dinner, and they carried the king to the chief. The chief told them to get the king ready for a sacrifice to their goddess. As the cannibals were taking the king to the river, they saw that they couldn't walk properly since his toe was hurt. One of the cannibals ran back to the chief to report this. The chief heard him and told him to let the king free because he was hurt and couldn't be offered to the goddess. The king, now walking away a free man, recalled the minister's words. He felt that the minister was right and looked for him in the well. The minister was still there, wondering how to get out. The king pulled him out with difficulty and hugged him, apologizing sincerely. The minister thanked the king, saying that he was alive only because the king had pushed him into the well. Okay, so after some time, when the cannibals took the king to their chief, okay, they wanted to give him a bath before offering it to the goddess. So what they saw a hurt in the foot of this king. So they reported to their chief, and the chief told that a hurt person, okay, a hurt person cannot be offered to the goddess, so let him go. So the king was let free and he made it to go out. Then what happened? Then after some time he recalled his minister's words, that he told whatever happens, happens for the good only. So he felt very happy because of those words. Okay, because when he got hurt, he was saved today, isn't it? And whatever happened, it happened for the good only. Then again he thought he has pushed the minister into the well, isn't it? And he went and looked for him. Then he was there. Okay, with very difficulty he pulled him out from the well and he hugged him and he apologized. Apologize means to ask forgiveness. Okay, to ask sorry with someone. So he asked sorry with him and he told whatever you told is correct only, and whatever happens, it happens for the good only. Then the minister also thanked the king because he is telling that when you pushed me into the well, I was saved. Maybe there were some animals there, isn't it? Okay, and the cannibals also were there, isn't it? If the king was hurt, they would have taken this minister. So because he pushed him in the well, so he was also saved from the cannibals. Okay. So whatever happens, happens for the good only. That is a true saying, isn't it, children? So we also should think whatever happens for the good, or whatever God gives us, we have to accept it with a good attitude, isn't it, children? Okay, moving on to the story now. Let us read how Tenali Rama became a jester. Now, first of all, I told you jester is a person who entertains the people at the king's court. Okay, who entertains or amuses the people. In a South Indian village called Tenali, there lived a clever boy. Okay, so there was a village called Tenali, and there lived a clever boy. And who was that clever boy? Nothing but Tenali Rama Krishna. His name was Rama. And this clever boy's name was Rama. Okay. So his name, the village name was Tenali and his name was Rama. And that's why his name is Tenali Rama Krishna. Once a wandering sage saw him and looked his looks and clever ways. So he taught him a prayer and told him, go to the goddess Kali's temple one night and recite these words 3,000,000 times. She will appear before you and give you whatever you ask for. Okay, so what happened? Once a wandering sage. What do you mean by sage, children? Sage is a holy person, holy man. Okay, a saint or a sadhu. It's called a sage. So once a wandering sage told him, by seeing all his attitude, he told, I will give you some words, okay, to chant it. You can recite these words 3,000,000 times. Okay, the holy person gave him words to recite 3,000,000 times. How many? 3,000,000 times. Okay. So 3,000,000 times he should go to goddess Kali's temple. Where he should go? Goddess Kali. Goddess Kali's temple, and he should go and recite these words 3,000,000 times. Okay. So then goddess Kali will appear before him and she will give whatever you ask for. Rama went to the Kali temple outside his village and did as he was told. So how the saint told him to do, like that only he started off. The goddess appeared before him with her several faces and 2 hands. So you might have seen in the pictures, isn't it, how the goddess Kali will be with so many faces and with only 2 hands. When the boy looked at her appearance, he was frightened. Suddenly when you see a person with many faces and with 2 hands, you will get scared naturally, isn't it? So even this, he was a small boy, he got afraid. He began laughing. Angry, the goddess asked him, why are you laughing at me? So goddess got angry and he asked Tenali, why are you laughing at me? Rama answered, oh mother, we humans have lot of trouble wiping our noses when we catch a cold, though we have 2 hands and only 1 nose. Okay, so what explanation he gave? So when we have cold, we find it difficult to wipe our nose with only 1 nose and 2 hands. Okay. How will you manage if you with your many faces catch a cold? How will you manage with just 2 hands for all those noses? So what he asked, you have so many faces. In that faces you have the noses also. Okay. Suppose you have 9 faces, you will have 9 nose. And how you will wipe that 9 nose with your 2 hands? So it was like a humor for him. It was like a fun for him, isn't it? The goddess was furious. Furious means angry. She said, since you laughed at me, you will be a Vikata Kavi, a jester. So she told, you have laughed at me, so you will be a humorous person. Okay, a funny person. That means a Vikata Kavi. Okay, Kavi is a poet, isn't it? Vikata Kavi. So what a name she gave? Vikata Kavi. Okay, this was the name given by goddess Kali, a jester. Oh, Vikata Kavi, that's terrific. It is a palindrome, replied Rama. So, what did Rama do when she gave this name to Tenali Rama? He told it was amazing. That is a palindrome. So, what is a palindrome? Palindrome is a word, when you read it from the front also it will be the same. When you read backward also it will be the same. Now, you see here, for example, Vikata Kavi. Okay. When you read it from back side also, Vikata Kavi. So this is called a palindrome. Okay. It is called a palindrome. Okay, children. So he told, oh, Vikata Kavi, that is nothing but a palindrome. So replied Rama. The goddess was pleased by Rama's cleverness that saw a joke even in a curse. She gave it like a curse for him, isn't it? But Tenali Rama, he made out a joke out of that thing also, isn't it, children? He made a joke also out of that, and he was very humorous. She at once became calm and said, "You will be a Vikatakavi, but you will be a jester to a king." And she vanished. Okay, she told, you will be a Vikatakavi and then you will be a jester to the king also. And by saying this, the goddess Kali, she vanished away. In this way, Tenali Rama began to live as a jester in the court of King Sri Krishna Deva Raya of Vijayanagara. So, and from that time he became a jester to the court of King Krishna Deva Raya of Vijayanagara Empire. Okay. So, this was one incident of Tenali Rama, how he became a jester in the court of Krishna Deva Raya. Isn't it, children? Okay. So, hope you all have understood this lesson, how Tenali Rama became a jester. Okay, just read it out once in your home also.